This conference will now be recorded.
So in previous session, I have explained one business case which is fitting to understand the portfolio project management, the concept of portfolio management. Specifically, we concentrate on it and what are the major functions we are having in SAP PPM, just we have discussed. So my today's agenda is to go further to explain what kind of SAP deployment we are having in any type of business, okay, and user interface in SAP PPM. So when we are going to access SAP PPM, okay, what are the different way? Through GUI, graphical user interface, or through NetWeaver, or through Fury, how you can access, and what are the different purpose we are having to access in different way. Okay, then we'll understand, work with SAP GUI. I'll just let you know how you can log in the system and what are the different way to perform the transaction in SAP. Okay, then work with SAP business client, and then I'll take you through SAP Fury. Okay, how you can access the SAP Fury to perform the transaction further. So it's just basic understanding of system. Okay, then we'll go for user responsibilities in the system. So when we are taking any system, any PPM system in our hand, we need to understand first how the responsibilities has to be defined. Okay, so we will try to understand from the business perspective and what are the different responsibilities and rules in SAP PPM and a standard system and how we can apply in our business scenario. Then we will understand the portfolio. Okay, so after understanding the basics of SAP PPM system, we will just move to understand what is SAP portfolio and SAP PPM. Okay, and then we'll understand how we can create a SAP portfolio in PPM system. Okay, and then we'll understand a basic configuration, and then we'll move to the classification hierarchy. Okay, so this is a basic question: what are the different way to deploy the SAP? Okay, so SAP has given a 3 different way to deploy SAP software. First is on-premise, second is a cloud, and third is a hybrid. Okay, so on-premise means the customer is solely responsible for implementation, update, extension, and adaptation, as well as for replacement and new investment. So what will happen? That infrastructure and everything has to be in the customer place. Okay, means your server, your software, the supporting responsibility, okay, patch update, and updating the software. These all responsibilities belongs to customer only. Okay, so here whatever upgrade is going to happen, let's say if the customer is working on older version like ECC, and then if it is going to upgrade to S4HANA, in that case it's responsibility of customer only. Okay, so customer is solely responsible for all infrastructure deployment and all the implementations. Cloud, where a company provides the infrastructure and business software and rents this combination to the customer. So here in case of cloud, that infrastructure will be there in the IT company's place, or you can say a service provider, and the cloud company is responsible for all operational activities. Okay, all operations, updates, extension, and new investment. So what will happen here? The infrastructure, server, your software upgrade, okay, all patch upgrade and upgrading to the next level version of SAP, these all are responsibility of that service provider. You as a customer is going to just take instance and going to work on it. Okay, so there is one specific client will be given to you where you need to execute your transaction as per your business requirement and business implementation, whatever it is provided to you. Okay, and third is hybrid, where you are having combination of on-premise and cloud. Okay, so here like in some of cases, if you need to have some extended functionality of some cloud solution, in that case being in on-premise solution, you can just ask, you can access for some additional module, or you can say the functionality to just integrate with your available system, and you can use the both combination of on-premise and hybrid solution. Okay, so here we are going to understand on-premise solution. We are going to focus on on-premise solution to understand SAP PPM. Okay, so the system which you will get for practice, that is available in my customer's place, but yeah, this is just sorry, the vendor's place, and that same just you will access for practice purpose. So when we are going to understand concept of SAP EPPM, as I have explained in my previous session, that we are having 4 major modules. One is called project system, second is portfolio and project management, and third is commercial project management. And fourth is EPC, which is not there in this slide. EPC stands for Enterprise Project Connector, which we are using to integrate SAP project system or plant maintenance with Primavera or MSP solution. Okay, so here our major area where we are going to concentrate, that is a portfolio and project management. So portfolio and project management, further it is having 2 subcomponents called portfolio management, another is a project management. So portfolio management, the technical name of this subcomponent is PPM PFM. Okay, and project management is PPM PRO. You can see this code, this technical name in some of documentation in SAP, okay, where it is directly referring that particular subcomponent functionalities. Okay, so here portfolio management, this part is concentrating to provide the solution on portfolio, where you just can analyze all your ideas, your initiatives, or the projects which is you are going to start, and you can do the success factor calculation or some like pre-investment calculation. Based on that, you can go further to implement that project through project management or integrated some different modules like project system. Okay, so here this portfolio and portfolio management, the older than the previous name of this module is XRPM, Accelerated Resource Portfolio Management. Okay, this, I think this was before 2015. Till 2015 the name was XRPM. After that only it was changed to PPM. And project management was C project. Okay, then combinedly it became a PPM, portfolio and project management. So here as of now, this PPM, it's a part of core deployment of SAP S4HANA system. Okay, core part means like whenever we are buying, okay, S4HANA, and when it is going to deploy this SAP software in your server, this will be a part of the core modules which is going to delivered by SAP. Earlier, before 1709 version, it was a choice to keep it as an add-on, okay, or to keep it as in a different server. Okay, so that time deployment was separate. So till 2021, from I think 709 to 2021, this was like there was no additional license required. But I think in 2022 some addition is happened, and where in some of places they are asking for additional license also. Okay, for EPPM solution, basically for PPM and CPM, but PS is still part of same core system. This will not be a question from your interviewer side, because it's just the part of marketing or some sales, but you need to understand in some of places when you are going to propose this solution, some of customer are asking for license and like cost, so that they can consider it for their implementation. Here, what is the concept of influencing factor? Means like when we are going to execute any system for our business purpose, how exactly it is going to influence our business and what benefit we are going to get it here. Okay, so this is just understanding by using a different you can say different functions through a different platform. We are getting a better approach to perform the transactions here. So I have just taken this slide to understand that when we are using SAP GUI, it's a different experience for the customer. When you are using NWBC, NetWeaver Business Client, it's a different experience. And when you are going to SAP Fiori or SAP UI5, that experience is different. So it's just how exactly these different the different functionality is going to impact to my customer or to my end user. That is very important here. So previously, before this digital era, that we used to go only for a purpose to execute the transaction. Like if you see the way how we are executing in this GUI, okay, the main purpose to just like, yes, perform the transaction and my data should be proper and it should be integrated and that highly like safe. Okay, but now we need a user experience also, like how exactly my user is happy with my applications, my interaction of system, so that they can use it properly. Okay, so this you can say like whatever the app we are having nowadays and it's comfortable to use, then only we are going to use it, otherwise your application or app will be failed. Okay, so that has to be taken in our mind when we are proposing any solution to my customer, that these things has to be considered, that it should be user friendly. So how it is changed to from UI to UX, user interface to user experience. Okay, from functions to experience. So previously we were just focusing on the functionality, but now it's addition to experience also. Functionality is one place, that is there, that has to be there, but yes, experience also supposed to be there. So interface between a human being and a device, that was the major interaction, and goal is to support maximum efficiency during use. But now it's perspective of end user and aim to motivate my end user so that they can use it maximum, they can use it as maximum we required as per the business process implementation. So whenever we are, let's say whatever the applications apps are given in Fury, that is good, but when we are going for any custom solution, that has to be in our mind, that how easy is to handle and how maximum as per their business requirement it's capturing the data. Okay, that is one more thing here. So here in SAP we are having three different type of users. First is occasional, second is expert, and third is developer. Okay, occasional, the user who are very like very occasionally executing the system, like the approvers. Okay, and expert who are expert in the system, like my core user, and developer who's developing the application. Okay, so this is just to give you idea that what kind of different users we are having. One is occasional, my approvers, okay, like management, higher management. So for them my system should be very the experience supposed to be very nice, so that they can perform the transaction, because these people are very uh, like sometimes very lazy to perform the transaction or to accept the system immediately. Okay, expert, where the expert, they understand the technicality, okay, and they easily grasp it. Okay, but uh, yeah, this kind of users are more interested to learn the technology and all. And developer is my who's developing, like functional or technical consultants who are just involving to develop the system. So here this slide is just explaining what are the different way to access the SAP system. Okay, first is SAP GUI, and second is the SAP NetWeaver Business Client. We used to call it as a SAP NWBC, and the third is SAP Fury. Okay, so what are the difference here? SAP GUI, that is called graphical user interface. Here, whenever we are performing any transaction, it has to be through one transaction code. Let's say if I want to create a project in project system, the transaction code is CJ20N. So we need to execute the transaction CJ20N to create or to change or to display the project. So this is the transaction code based. Okay, and your all configuration, my basic configuration, backend settings has to be there in SAP GUI only. Okay, here in the system. So here it's a front-end program used to access SAP system, need GUI logon. So when we are logging into GUI system, that logon pad has to be installed on your local machine. That has to be there, and server detail has to be configured in that logon pad. Then only you can access this system. Here it's based on the transaction, easy to use. You can use the different SAP menu to find out the relevant transaction code, and except to Belize theme is similar to Fury app. So there is one theme in different themes you can set into SAP GUI system. This is just the user experience. So there is a specific theme called Belize, which is similar to this Fury app. Okay, configuration system, here we are keeping all the configuration. So when we are going to do the configuration for my SAP PPM object, we need to come into GUI only. Okay, so being a consultant, okay, being an expert, we need to work in both, all the places, GUI, Fury, or whenever it is required into NetWeaver also. There is a different way to execute the transaction, like how we are executing it through transaction code. Here in SAP NetWeaver, we are accessing it through link. Okay, so let's say if I want to create a project, there will be a link to execute the transaction. Just we need to click on that link. It will open the transaction and then we can perform it. Okay, so behind the transaction code is being executed, that is the same what we are having into GUI. Okay, so SAP NetWeaver is based on the Webbed Intro technology. Okay, and PFM. Okay, there is a different FPM, sorry, floor plan manager. Okay, so through which we are designing it. And to execute the final transaction, okay, at user level, SAP Fury is providing a better experience where we just having the application and you just need to click on that and it will take you to the transaction and you can perform it. Okay, so this is very user friendly and user experience better than GUI or better than SAP NetWeaver. SAP S4HANA, okay, from there the SAP is recommending to use only SAP Fury in your project. It's recommended. So here in this course also we'll execute all the transaction through SAP Fury. There is a gap also here when you are going to perform some transaction in PS. PPM is okay. PPM maximum standard Fury applications are there. But let's say if you are going in some core module called PS or investment management or REFX, flexible real estate management, there you will get very limited standard Fury app. So in that case, you need to come back to perform the transaction through GUI only. Okay, or SAP has given a provision to keep HTML based Fury app. So we'll understand more in technical terminology when we'll do at least 4 or 5 sessions. I'll just come back to explain what is the difference between UI5 app or HTML based app, or how we are going to interact with the NWBC. Sometimes this kind of requirement, or sometimes these kind of the things which we need to understand in our project. Okay, so before going forward, just let me understand if you have any question here. So I'll try to explain it, then we'll go further to understand. Anything here, please? So it's clear what is GUI, what is NetWeaver, what is Fury. Okay, I'll show you in here in the system today that what is the different system here. Okay, so in my previous session, I have explained what is the basic functions of SAP PPM. Okay, this is helping us to prioritize our projects. Okay, project proposal, prioritize with them the current project portfolio and monitor and review their progress. So it is helping us to prioritize our proposal. That is the basic purpose here. And here project management is helping us to plan and execute our project. Okay, and here resource management, it is helping us to optimize our resources and to do the resource planning. There are different functions available through which we are achieving all these functions here. One is a questionnaire and scoring model. We'll understand the purpose of questionnaire and scoring model. Financial and capacity planning is being used to plan overall financial values and capacity values. Controls we are having integration with different systems. Resource planning we are having reporting and analysis functions we are having. So here we are having inbuilt BI analytics, which is helping us to just report all your standard reports here. We have gone through with one business case where we have taken a business case of Godrej Properties, where we are having vision and mission of the organization, and through which we are deriving business strategies to achieve this vision and mission. And to achieve business strategy, we are following the strategic rule. Okay, and here PPM is helping us to follow the strategic rule to achieve my vision and mission of the organization. So that is the major purpose here. And I have explained here just structure of a portfolio. Okay, this is just a same slide. So let me just move here, roles in SAP PPM. Okay, so before going to this slide, rules in SAP PPM system, let me explain how you can access SAP PPM system. Okay, so here for practice purpose, you are going to access this system through uh, remotely. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so to access it, you just need to go into start. Okay, and here in start, you need to write remote desktop connection. So you will get one pop-up. Okay, in pop-up, you need to enter all the details, and you will enter here in this system. So I'll take you through directly in the system. This remote desktop connection, how you are going to connect, will send you one user manual, which will help you to just connect the system. Okay, so let me come back here. So I'm within system here. Okay, this is my system now. Okay, so let us understand how we can access the system through SAP GUI. So here SAP logon, this is the logon pad which is installed on my local machine. When you are clicking here, it will take you here. Okay, and you need to click here. Okay, to open your SAP GUI system. Okay, so here before even clicking here, you can add the different servers here. To add servers, you just need to click here on new. Okay, and connection, and go to next, and you enter the server details that will be provided by basis guy in your project. But here in practice system, this is already added, no need to do anything. Okay, you just need to double click here, and this screen will open. Okay, this screen, you need to enter user ID and password. This user ID and password will be given to you separately through email. Okay, so once you are entering your user ID and password, okay, this screen will open. Okay, so this is a GUI screen, graphical user interface. So before going next, let's understand this screen at initial level, what we are having here. Okay, first, once you are coming here, you will see user menu, and here you will see SAP menu. So once you are pressing on SAP menu, you will see the different folders here. Okay, these are the folders. So in a particular folders, you can find the transaction. For example, I just want to execute some transaction project system. So to execute the transaction, you need to come here in accounting, go to project system, here go to project. This is the code CJ20N project builder. You just need to double click here. You can open this transaction. Okay. So this is the way how you need to execute any transaction. Directly you can enter this transaction code here. Let's say CJ20N. This will also lead you to same transaction here. So you can access the transaction directly by clicking on transaction code or by entering into transaction area. Okay. So whatever the folders here you can see, this will remain same always worldwide. Whatever the version, if you are using the same version of SAP S4HANA, in that case, these folders will remain same. Okay, the patches, the everything, if it is same, then definitely it will remain same. But once you click here on SAP user menu, here you will see some transaction which is based on your roles. So whatever the roles has been assigned to your user ID, based on that, these all transaction code will appear here. Okay. And one more thing here which I want to highlight, you will see this SAP business workplace. Okay, here is the place where you can use it to communicate. Okay, this is an inbox where you will get all your mail within SAP and your workflows, SAP approval workflows and all. Okay, so here is the place where you can navigate it. Similar functionalities we are having in NetWeaver and Fury also. So till here we were discussing about GUI, graphical user interface. In SAP PPM system, to execute any user transaction, we need to go either to NetWeaver or to Fury. In SAP PPM, we don't have any transaction code. PPM, specifically I'm saying PPM and CPM. PS we are having, but PPM, CPM doesn't have any direct transaction code to execute here. you need to go to NetWeaver or to Fury. Okay. So here, how you can access the Fury? There will be a link which will be provided by the basis team, and this link you can use. You can directly enter here in any browser. Okay, supporting browser, and the screen will open. You need to enter your credentials, then our screen will open. So you can either go by link, or from GUI itself you can go to Fury. Okay, so there is a standard transaction. This is a /UI2/FLP. Okay, so if you are entering the same transaction here, UI2/FLP. Press enter. And this function, you just save here in the fabric. Okay, and once you are clicking here, it will take you to this Fury app. So this screen will take little time to open. Okay, here I have already opened this. You can see it here. So this screen will open. Once you are double clicking here, okay, it will take you to the same screen here. What is open here? And this is the screen. Is it clear? So here you will see the different groups. Okay, these are the different groups here, and we used to call it as a pages and spaces. Okay, we'll talk about it, but let us navigate directly where exactly we need to perform the transaction. So these are the groups, okay, which is having the different. This can have a different pages, and here in different pages we can have spaces here. So these are the different applications which are available here. Okay, and let me just directly move to PPM. So to come into here, you just click here. Okay, and you scroll down. So this all group assignment will happen based on roles, whatever the roles is assigned to your ID. As of now, my ID is having all the roles, so that's why I'm having all these groups. So here, let me move further. Project management, project control management, project control analytics, project logistic controls. These all are for our area. Let me go to project management. So here, product compliance, project management, project control management, project control analytics, project logistic control. 1 second. Yeah, so my project, my portfolio items, project tasks, these all are the part of PPM only. Okay, so if you want to perform any transaction, let's say if you want to create a project, you need to just click here on this application, and this application will open here, and further you can navigate. So this is the way how we are executing a transaction here in SAP PPM in Fury. Okay, so I'll come back again from starting from scratch. Once we'll create a portfolio, then from there itself we will understand it. Okay, so this is the second way. Third is NetWeaver. So NetWeaver, basically it's just almost obsolete. We are not going to use in PPM further, but let us understand. So to execute, to access NetWeaver business client NWBC, directly you can enter the transaction here NWBC, and I think there is some issue in link. Otherwise, this will open here. Yeah, it is open here. This is open a new screen. So this is my NetWeaver business client. Here, based on assigned role, okay, you can directly jump to that particular role transaction, or if you want to execute, access all in one time, once just you click here on NWBC. So here, this will open here. So if role is assigned to your user ID, that particular group will be available here, and then you can perform the transaction further. So our main purpose is to just use GUI for configuration and Fury app for transaction execution. Okay, so Fury app will be my front end where my user is going to work, and configuration will be there in the GUI. So as a consultant, we just need to do all the configuration there in the GUI system. I hope it is clear. If you have any question, any doubt, please let me know. Okay. So let me just go back to my PPT here. Okay. So when we are accessing a system, okay, like PPM system, okay, we are using a different rules there. Different rules, okay, and we are having the roles in NetWeaver Business Client and Fury. Okay, that is separate role which we are using here. Okay, so just I have taken some of roles. We will understand more in about role. Okay, this is just idea what different type of roles we are having here. Okay, so let me take all in one here. So as we are having two subcomponent, one is a portfolio, project management, and project management. So this is basically portfolio management roles, and these are the project management role. So the purpose of different role is to execute different transaction. For example, if you see the RPM, BCV, user portfolio management, BCV authorization, that has to be there to open the business context viewer. Okay, so these all are the standard roles. If you want to tweak anything, if you want to change anything, it's suggested not to touch these standard role. You need to just copy these role into your custom role and do the changes. Okay, so whatever the roles are there, you already authorized to change in this practice system, but it's not suggested, because if you are touching anything, this may create a issue further to just execute the transaction, and it will hamper your practice also. So this is for just understanding purpose, that these are the roles which we are having here from RPM perspective, resource portfolio management, and then these are the project management roles. Okay. So as of now, we are having all roles in my ID, so I can execute almost all the transaction within the system. Okay. So how we can check these roles in the system? Let us understand. So for example, if you want to see the role in the system, you need to just go into GUI here, and there is one transaction code through which you can see called EFCG. Okay, EFCG, you need to come here, okay, and you enter here star RPM star, okay, and press F4. Then you can see here single role and composite role. So if you want to see composite role, you just click here on composite role and then click here. It will show you this is the only composite role available, SAP RPM BCV user composite. If you want to see single role, you just click here, and star RPM star is there already. You just click here, you will see all the available roles here. Okay. So these are the different roles here. Some of roles are not copied into that PPT, but yeah, whatever the standard roles we are having in system, you can check here this transaction. So SAP BW RPM portfolio manager. This is for executing all the transaction in BW. Okay, like whatever the BW relevant transaction is going to be executed. BW RPM project controller, BW RPM project manager, BWC. So all these roles need to be understand. Okay, in details we'll discuss about all these, but this is just initial purpose to understand. Yeah, these are the roles which we need to assign to user to execute any transaction. So what is the purpose here to explain at initial level? Because let's say once you are just taking the system in your hand, okay, and when you will perform any transaction, you just try to find out where is my PPM system transaction. So if you don't have these roles in assigned to your user ID, you will not able to find these things. Like this will not be available in Fury app. Okay, you will just search here and there. So it's just like once it is happening, then you just need to check whether these roles are assigned to your user ID or not. If it is not, you just need to contact your business basis team, sorry, not business basis team, where you need to ask to assign all these roles to your user ID so that you can check it. Once it is assigned, that most of the things will be solved. Okay, you can easily navigate to the transaction. So here, let's say if I'm taking, for example, this particular role, okay, and press enter. Here you can see display. Okay, and here it will show you applications. So this is standard rule. Here you can see the created, it is created by SAP on this date. Okay, and it was changed on this date. And this system is also genuine system, which is going to provide you for practice purpose. This is a licensed system. It's not pirated. Okay, so the efficiency of this system is almost 99.9%. It will not be down. Okay, all the latest patch is updated here in this system. Here you can see the assigned user to it. Okay, here in this system we have created some custom role and we have assigned to the user. So that's why you cannot see these user IDs here. Okay, and if you want to see the authorizations here, you can check here display authorization data to check your activities. You click here. Okay, this is just for display purpose. Please don't change anything here in the standard system. So you can see all different activities which need to be taken care. We'll understand more about all these activities once we'll go to concept of ACL, access control list. Okay, so there I will explain how you can understand your roles to just define in your business requirement. Okay, and how it is assigned to user. There is a user transaction code SU01. I'll not be authorized for this in this system, but yeah, this is the way. You need to ask to your basis team to assign these roles to your user ID. Now coming back to, if you have any question, please let me know. Else I'll move further to explain the concept of portfolio. Okay, so let us open this slide. Yeah, so now we understand how the SAP system is going to deployed as a on-premise or cloud, okay, or like on-premise and cloud, how you can use in one place, okay, and yeah.
Rama, Sudhakar here.
Yeah, Sudhakar.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. See, since we are on this topic only, can we go back to the SFWPI and see which objects we need to business functions to confirm whether it is activated or not?
Sudhakar, I think it will be very early. Okay, I'll definitely go through of it. Okay, because this is new for some of other participants. They are very new to SAP. Okay, definitely I'll take you through, or this system will be provided to you tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll try to just give it to you. You can check it from your side.
Okay.
Just quickly let me check if I'm authorized for this or not, because I may not be authorized to check it.
Okay.
No, I'm not authorized. It's locked. Okay, you can check it here. Transaction SFW5 is locked because this is a sensitive transaction. Okay. Yeah. So coming back to the same here to understand. So before even coming to understand the portfolio definition, we understood when we are going to take the system in our hand, the first role has to be in place. We need these roles need to be assigned to your user ID. That is the first thing. Okay. And then here we are going to understand the portfolio definition or portfolio standard structure. In SAP, we are having two different type of portfolio structure. One is a standard portfolio structure, another is a classification structure. So first we are focusing on portfolio standard structure. Okay. So here portfolio basically is a group of portfolio items that is. So portfolio is a group of portfolio items that is managed in a coordinated manner in order to achieve a company's objective at any given period of time. So item means it's a project. So portfolio is basically a group of portfolio item or project that is going to be managed in coordinated manner in order to achieve your organization vision and mission finally. Okay. So here when you are going to define this structure, your portfolio definition will be at highest level. Okay, this is the highest level portfolio definition. And then we need to structure it in the form of buckets. Okay, bucket level 1, bucket level 2, bucket level 3. So hierarchy we need to create. And this hierarchy can be created based on the different parameters. For example, in some of cases, it is based on the company Legal company, in some of cases, it may be required based on the location. In some of cases, it may required based on the process. Okay, so different way. The reason behind how exactly we are going to understand to create this bucket, it is solely depend on requirement of reporting, how management is looking to see their reporting. Okay. If they want to see the combined reporting of different divisions or different legal companies, for example, or based on the location, if they want to see everything at one place, then accordingly we need to create a structure. Accordingly, we need to create a standard structure. So this is a master data. This is a one-time activity. Okay. So first you are creating portfolio definition. Then you need to create a buckets based on different parameters. And then once you are going to start any proposal or any initiative or any project, this has to be at last level of your portfolio structure. So if you see here, there's a portfolio definition, level 1, level 2, and we are going to create this initiative or proposal or this project, which is my item at last level of bucket. Okay. Further, when we are going to create any portfolio proposal or initiative, okay, we can create project within it. Okay, for example, if you have initiated one proposal and if it is approved, then multiple projects can be created to execute the same proposal or ideas or initiative. Okay, so I'll take just one example how you can define it. So here the portfolio structure can be set up with portfolio bucket according to the organization structure based on the functional process or product of the company. So this is completely depend how you are going to look into your reporting. Budget or resources can be allocated on bucket level according to area where you want to invest. Okay, so this means, let's say, if, for example, let's say I'm the company, I'm the IT company, and we are having a different division. For example, we are having one division which is solely providing the solution in infrastructure, and another in software, for example. So here in infrastructure, we are responsible to provide, let's say, like computer or servers installation and all these things, and the other division is responsible to provide the different software and solutions. Okay, so here when we are going to approve the budget for any investment, let's say just internally we are going to increase our business, we are going to extend our business, in that case how budget is going to be distributed. So it is based on the processes, or it is based on like division that need to be understand. Based on that we need to create this bucket. So here bucket is a set of portfolio items, obviously, because we are going to create all the items or initiatives within the bucket only at last level. So it is consisting a set of portfolio items. Each bucket is a part of overall portfolio structure. So this means you cannot directly create bucket. You cannot create bucket separately. Okay, it's not like you can create a portfolio definition and without even creating portfolio definition, you cannot create a bucket also. So portfolio definition anyway, it has to be there to create a bucket. So everything within a portfolio structure only. So if you are going to create an initiative or item or any object, this has to be within the standard portfolio structure only. A bucket is always related to a portfolio. It's providing an aggregated financial and capacity planning, which can be performed on different buckets. Okay, and it can be compared. Reporting cockpit as per the bucket we can provide. Okay, so I'll just explain all these functions, how exactly it is going to be implemented. Okay. So before coming here on this slide, let me just take one business case to explain this. Okay, one second. Okay, I'll take same example. For example, there is one organization. Okay, here this is a Godrej group of companies, and within that we are having different companies like Godrej Consumer, Godrej Infotech, and Godrej Properties. So Godrej properties, Godrej consumer, Godrej Infotech, and Godrej properties. So here, how it is going to be operated. Okay, here we are having higher management at Godrej group of companies. Okay, my all higher management is sitting. They are more responsible to just understand the final reporting at this level. So whatever the decision is going to be taken, these are the people who are taking it. Okay. So let's say if they want to see the complete reporting, okay, from different legal companies, okay, they just want to see everything here, okay, and when they are planning to invest anything, that they are going to decide at this level. Okay, so means like if any request for investment is coming from Godrej consumer, let's say if they just want to extend the functionality of your the capacity of your plant to produce more product, in that case some additional investment is required. So this request is coming from this place and it is reaching to this Godrej group of companies, and there they are deciding, yes, this is the investment which is going to be distributed here at this level. Okay, and they are looking for cross reporting. So in that case, what we can do, your portfolio definition will be at this level. Means Godrej group of companies will be the portfolio definition. Within it, we will have three different buckets. So Godrej consumer, Godrej Infotech, Godrej properties. These are the three different bucket will be created here. Another way, let's say you are going to implement SAP PPM only for Godrej properties, where it is going to send all this data in a different way. Like let's say it can be send it through BW or just some other provision to show there in the dashboard. In that case, Godrej properties will be the portfolio definition, and within it, residential and commercial. That will be my next level of bucket. Okay, so this is just primary things which we need to understand how we are going to create bucket here. Okay, this is depend on reportings and the extended functionalities. For example, let's say financial planning. When you are, let's say your Godrej property is your portfolio definition, and further whenever you are going to do invest anything in the market, it is based on the residential or commercial. Another way you may require, let's say being a higher management at here in Godrej properties, you just want to understand your investment based on locations. For example, in North India, this is my investment. In South India, this is my investment, and you are going to manage your all financial and capacity based on the location. So in that case, you can go with the location level, location wise bucket. Okay. But only if you're looking for reporting purpose, there is another solution which is through classification hierarchy. I'll come back here on this. So as of now, to understand, there are different, like based on the process, based on the organization structure, based on the locations, you can create your portfolio standard structure. Clear? Any question here, please? Yeah. So here, when we are going to understand the bucket structure, yeah. So here functions of portfolio bucket. So first level, we are having portfolio definition. Within it, we are having portfolio bucket structure. So at first level, we can have multiple buckets. Okay, we can have multiple buckets, and hierarchy also we can have multiple level. Okay, so here how exactly it is going to help us in any business process. Okay, what are the different functions we are having in the portfolio bucket? It is here. Okay, it is helping us to do the setting for financial and capacity planning. So when we are going to do financial and capacity planning, what will be the currency? Let's say the transaction will happen in USD or AED or INR. What will be my financial period breakdown? What will my capacity period breakdown, whether it is from March to April to March or Jan to December? Set financial planning start and finish date for how long you are going to keep this bucket for the planning, and how many years you just want to keep it for your demand calculation for capacity planning. Okay, here we can plan the values, we can forecast the values, and we can get the actual values from integrated system in bucket level. So whatever the items you are going to use as a project, once it is going to integrate with project system, your actual values will flow from project system back to your PPM system. So you will start to see the actual values. Similarly, capacity planning, resources, whatever the demands you are having versus actual you are going to consume. Documents, you can integrate with documents, upload to PPM server directly. You can upload the document to PPM server, or you can integrate with SAP DMS, document management system. You are having different analytical reports. Apart from that, you are having bucket dashboard, BCV report, business context viewer report. So these are some basic functionality here. Okay, let us see how we can check this portfolio definition and bucket in the system. Okay. So this is very starting. Just let me go to here. Okay, this is my application. Let me go to exact here. Okay. So here, let me exactly switch there. Okay. This is portfolio management. I'll click here. Okay. Then see here, wherever you can see this portfolio management. Portfolio management means portfolio manager is responsible to manage the portfolios. Program management is the responsible to manage your program. So whatever the transaction is going to be executed by program manager, these are the application here. Similarly, there is one more responsibility here. Project management office. So this is responsible to create a portfolio, create a bucket, classification hierarchy, and all. So to see the portfolio, just click here on portfolio. You will start to see. So these are the portfolio which are available here in the system. Okay. So I'll show you one portfolio which we have created. Godrej properties portfolio. These all are created by me only. Godrej group, my Bandhu, training up to 1 month. Okay, SCL portfolio. These all are created. Kalptaru. So I'll just show you here one of portfolio. And this system is pre-configured system. And here, let us see this app here. This is portfolio, and here classification hierarchy. Okay, these are the existing portfolio here. And if you want to create a portfolio, you can come here. Just want to see display the portfolio. You click here on this portfolio. Double click here. Okay, this is portfolio name. This is ID. Okay, this is a type. So when we are going to create any portfolio, we need to select portfolio type. So portfolio type is nothing. It's just giving you the parameters to create the portfolio. Okay, so let's say if it is an IT portfolio or construction portfolio, and it is a huge organization, in that case you can segregate based on type. Okay, so some of functionality will be segregated. It's just like a profile, project profile. Here you can see whatever the buckets are available within it. So these are the buckets, list of buckets which are available, and you can see all the buckets in structure form here in bucket structure. So Godrej group of companies, Godrej Infotech, Godrej group, here Godrej consumer product, Godrej Infotech, and Godrej properties. These are the sub bucket, and this is the last level of bucket also. So if you want to see whatever the items have been created, means project have been created, you can see here in the item. These are the items created here. Similarly, what are the initiatives created here? You can see here. Okay, so this is at portfolio level, means whatever the item it is showing means it is created in different buckets within different buckets, but at as overall level how it is coming here. Okay, so as of now, just we are going to understand here overview and how the bucket structure is available here. Okay, so yes, you can see the bucket structure. And similarly, if you want to create a portfolio, so how you can create, you need to go to the same place. Let me come back here, go to create portfolio. Create portfolio, select portfolio type, Let me select one portfolio. We will create our own portfolio type. Okay, just let me go with the existing one first. Okay, then we'll go with one. Okay, I'll go with ABB Limited. ABC. Go to continue. So let's say this is Wipro. Okay, so we will take two scenarios. One is for construction industry like Godrej Properties, and another business scenario like Wipro Infotech. Okay, Wipro Technology or Wipro Group of as a Wipro as a group. So Wipro Group of. Okay, and here Wipro 001. Okay, or I'll say Wipro October 2020. Here status we can activate or deactivate or to be archived. So as we are creating it now, we'll select active. If we are going to inactivate in future this portfolio, just we need to set this status to inactive. To be archived once we are going to archive. So there is a program which will be executed to archive all these portfolio. So here this status has to be set to be archived. Then only it will be considered for archived program. So let me select here active. Classification, I'll let you know in which case we'll use it. So just save it. So once you'll save, my portfolio is created. Okay. And to create buckets, you just need to go to create bucket. So let me create this structure, exactly this one. What I'll do, I'll create one bucket. Okay, same as the portfolio definition, and then I'll create Wipro Infotech and Wipro Technology, two sub buckets. So this is the first level. Go to create, select create directly under portfolio. Go to continue. Okay, and this is the ID which is automatically proposed by system based on the number range maintained here in the standard system. So Wipro, I say Wipro, we can change it here, Wipro October. I'll keep same as the portfolio definition. Status I'll keep as active. Okay, and then we need to enter financial and capacity information. These are the mandatory details. So when we are going to portfolio, in which currency we are going to do the transactions. Let's say it's a USD, United States dollar. Okay, what will be the capacity unit? Let's say it's a days. Okay, and financial period breakdown, how it is going to be? Let's say it's annually. We are going to perform and capacity period breakdown. Let's take it annually also. This financial planning start finish date and demand starting date, and these all things I'll explain again once we'll go for the financial and capacity planning. But let us keep this portfolio for next 5 years. Okay, so I'm starting from 1st of October. So I'll keep this date everywhere same, and this I'll keep till let's say October 31st, 2024, 25, 26, 27, 28. I'm just copying the same. I'll let you know what exactly it is differentiating in my process. Go to save. So this is first level of bucket I have created. Then further, whatever sub bucket I need to create, I can come here in sub bucket. So what I did, I create a portfolio definition. Within it, I have created portfolio and portfolio bucket, and within bucket, I'm creating sub bucket. So it's direct, or you can directly go to create sub bucket from here. Okay, let's say I just want to create sub bucket. So to create sub bucket, you click here. Let me close all these apps here. Okay. Okay, but before even creating sub bucket, okay, let me just come back here. Sorry, here. I'm here. Here. Sorry, this is NWBC. Let me close this. Go to here. Okay, go to here. Go to here. Let it be load. So here we were having, this is still loading. I think that's why it is taking. So here you can select the bucket. So here bucket will be created by project management office, project team, project management office. Okay. So go to bucket. Here you can create. Okay. So when you are creating a bucket, okay, there is very important things which you need to consider. You can directly create from portfolio definition to bucket to sub bucket. Okay. But once you are coming to separate application to create bucket, you need to switch on to that portfolio under which you want to create that bucket. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to click here on switch portfolio and find out your portfolio which we have created just now. So that was Wipro portfolio. Let me select, where is that? Yeah, this is okay, 1 second. What is my portfolio? Sorry. Let me just check. I think my Wipro group of companies. Okay. You come here, okay, go to switch portfolio, group of companies. Yeah, this is my portfolio. Okay, you select, go to set as default, go to OK. Now you can see only one bucket is there. Then you can select this bucket or directly you can create from here, create, select parent manually and select the bucket under which you want to create this bucket. Click here on Wipro, go to OK, and then further you can continue. So I'm just keeping it as of now. I'll start from here and I'll explain some configuration steps in my next session. Okay, and here I'm stopping it for today. So other details, I'll just send it through email. If you have any question, please let me know now from today's session.
Yeah, Rama, so that just
Yeah.
one question. Hello?
Yeah, yes, please. Yeah.
Do we require to set up a currency when you are defining a portfolio or the capacity planning?
Bucket. Once you are, when you are defining the bucket, that time you need to define the currency and yeah.
What I mean here, is it not default from our company code controlling area?
I'll come on that point because in PPM we don't have any organization structure.
That's the
This
point.
is independent. There is no organization structure integration, but yes, in one of my project I have given a custom solution to assign it automatically based on company code assignment.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Any other question? Willie, any question? Mahesh, anything? I hope we are going in good pace. If you have any recommendation to just keep it fast or slow or like more detail, because I'm just trying to keep it as most as I can keep. Okay. And I'm going with same like very basics to just high level to deep level. It's just starting of this batch. So in 1 or 2 session, it will be okay, but we will go more deep to understand this system and all. Thank you.